Master consoles a bereaved father. Then he said, "What can you do? Be ready for death. Death has entered the house. You must fight him with the weapon of God's holy name. God alone is the doer. I say, O Lord, I do as thou doest through me. I speak as thou speakest through me. I am the machine and thou art the operator. I am the house and thou art the indweller. I am the engine and thou art the engineer. Give your power of attorney to God. One doesn't come to grief through letting a good man assume one's responsibilities. Let his will be done. But isn't your grief for your son only natural? The son is one's own self reborn. Lakshmana ran to Ravana when the latter fell dead on the battlefield. Looking at Ravana's body, he found that every one of his bones was full of holes. Thereupon he said to Rama, "O Rama, glory be to your arrows. There is no spot in Ravana's body that they have not pierced." "Brother," replied Rama, "the holes you see in his bones are not from my arrows. Grief for his sons has pierced them through and through. These holes are the marks of his grief. It has penetrated his very bones. But house, wife, and children are all transitory. They have only a momentary existence. The palm tree alone is real. One or two fruits have dropped off. Why lament? God is engaged in three kinds of activity: creation, preservation, and destruction. Death is inevitable. All will be destroyed at the time of dissolution. Nothing will remain. At that time the Divine Mother will gather up the seeds for the future creation. Even as the elderly mistress of the house keeps in her hodgepodge pot little bags of cucumber seeds, sea foam, blue pills, and other miscellaneous things, the Divine Mother will take her seeds out again at the time of the new creation. Sri Ramakrishna began to talk with Adhar on the veranda north of his room. Master, to Adhar, you are a deputy magistrate. Remember that you have obtained your position through the grace of God. Do not forget him, but remember that all men must one day walk down the same path. We stay in the world only a couple of days. This world is our field of activity. We are born here to perform certain duties. People have their homes in the country but come to Calcutta to work. It is necessary to do a certain amount of work. This is a kind of discipline. But one must finish it speedily. While melting gold, the goldsmith uses everything: the bellows, the fan, and the pipe, so that he may have the hot fire he needs to melt the metal. After the melting is over, he relaxes and asks his attendant to prepare a smoke for him. All this time his face has been hot and perspiring. But now he can smoke. One must have stern determination. Then alone is spiritual practice possible. One must make a firm resolve. There is great power in the seed of God's name. It destroys ignorance. A seed is tender, and the sprout soft. Still it pierces the hard ground. The ground breaks and makes way for the sprout. The mind becomes very much distracted if one lives long in the midst of woman and gold. Therefore one must be very careful. But monks do not have much to fear. The real sannyasi lives away from woman and gold. Therefore through the practice of spiritual discipline he can always fix his mind on God. True sannyasis, those who are able to devote their minds constantly to God, are like bees, which light only on flowers and sip their honey. Those who live in the world, in the midst of woman and gold, may direct their attention to God. But sometimes their minds dwell also on woman and gold. They are like common flies, which light on a piece of candy, then on a sore or filth. Always keep your mind fixed on God. In the beginning you must struggle a little. Later on you will enjoy your pension. Quote,